Good evening, बच्चों. And today we have lecture 3 of chapter 1, and we'll see what we have with us, and we'll go with all the details and whatever given in the lecture 3, and part 3 of chapter 1. It's the first chapter. This is about me. Video has already been uploaded, and a link has been given in the description. And this is Pratyush Priyadarshi, manager in Bank of Baroda, and did my mechanical engineering from BIT. Various other things which is related to me has been mentioned in that video. You can go to that link and see the detailed introductory video. Okay, let's come to the matter and facts and subject matter. Okay, without wasting time, and we'll start it. In the previous lecture, we mentioned about the state economy or socialist economy, and we did the detailed analysis of that. And today in this chapter we will go with the mixed economy. Okay, so before starting all these slides and all what I have which I thought of writing it, and which I have written. Apart from that, I have lots of other things in the mind which I think I should share with you, and for the better understanding of the mixed economy. See, the mixed economy, the basic idea is this one is the kind of combined aspect. Okay, combined aspect of capitalist and socialist economy, right? This is a combined aspect. Means these both will coexist in the same economic environment. Okay, you can say that it is a interface of pure capitalist is neither pure capitalist interface between pure capitalist and pure socialist idea. Okay, or you can say pure capitalism and pure socialism. Okay, so this has got the interstate of capitalism and socialism. Okay, so in between phase where the both sectors amicably coexist. Okay, so that kind of economy which is in between capitalist and socialist economy, and which is identified as the existence of both capitalism and socialism in the same economic environment, is called mixed economy, right? See, here there is existence of capitalism, there will be existence of capitalism, but regulated by government, right? Regulated by government. They have some freedom, but that freedom is regulated by the economic policies of at that point of time, whichever government is there, economic policies of government. It has got freedom, but that freedom is regulated by the government or economic policies at that point of time in that economy or in that country, whatever economic policies would be prevailing over there, and that will be regulated by that. Okay, they are free to have competition, they are free to have perform their business activities, but that will be regulated by the government and economic policies, or there will be a kind of central planning by the government, or you can say central authority would be there. Means they cannot take their freedom as granted. Okay, the day they will think of themselves that they are free from everyone, they are free to do anything, then the government comes in the picture. Okay, so see how this idea came in the concept in after World War II. the idea got paced up, okay, and it was adopted in UK. Adopted in UK, and after that, various economies, US, Japan, and other economies like China in 1974, they started this kind of private players they allowed, but before that it was completely communist economy. So in the around 70-80% of the countries are using, or you can say are performing really better in this mixed economy environment. Okay, so one more thing, let's have go with the features and all that, but let's have the what slide says. These all are things which I thought I should be sharing with you for the better understanding of the mixed economy. See, this guy John Maynard Keynes, or Keynes, whatever you say, uh, this guy gave the idea of mixed economy. Okay, the detailed idea of this mixed economy, or you can say organized idea in a written with a written record. Okay, with a written record in his book General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money. He mentioned this concept of mixed economy, right? He proposed the idea that uh, ideas were there, that but they were not compiled somewhere so that they would be properly proposed by the proposed or adopted by any country. Ideas were there, everyone had, every economist or maximum economist had that idea that there may be coexistence of capitalist and socialist economy, but they were very much not so confident about that. So but this economist, Mr. John Maynard Keynes, he organized all those ideas in his book and proposed that there should be uh, a mixed, or an economy should exist where the private players as well as the government will coexist, and that's how the world economy will achieve an economic equilibrium. Okay, so this new approach came in the famous work of English economist Mr. John Maynard Keynes. He lived from 1883 to 1946. The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money. He mentioned all these things in his book. Okay, so now let's come to the next idea. See, these are not the features of mixed economy, but it was the feature of that point of time in that period. That in, see, 1946, that point of time, World War II had just ended, and that the whole world economy was so much, so devastated, because they have put lots of money in the, and assets and capitals in the war, and they preparing for the war, and expenses were most of the money or wealth accumulated by the country or the world was spent on the maintenance of the military and all. So at that point of time, what happened, and uh, this at that point of time what happened, this person, he proposed this idea, and that really was taken really in the good spirit, with the good spirit with the countries like UK, US and all. Okay, so let's have the features regarding origin. See, in the Great Depression of 1929, the concept of individual hand got a major setback. See, individual hand or major individual hand, this was a Smithsonian idea. Smithsonian idea of capitalism. In earlier videos, I have mentioned that you go with earlier videos of the capitalist economy and that socialist economy, will be able to understand. I mentioned over there this about this crisis of 1929, okay, and Bolshevik Revolution 1917. So in that period, 1929, when capitalism collapsed in US. Okay, the Wall Street, the stock exchange of US, the Wall Street of USA collapsed. that that led to the US economic crisis, and which was named as Great Depression. It shook the world, it shook the whole world economy, because at that point of time various big traders, big businessmen, big uh, merchants were had invested in US economy, and they all go went bankrupt. So that's why this is known as Great Depression of 1929. So and that's how the whole world economy was at the verge of collapsing. That's why large scale unemployment, downfall in demand, economy, because the stock exchange um, collapsed. Then the money invested by the various investors and the general population also had invested in the money in that, and their money ceased to exist, and various factories and manufacturing unit that lockout took place in those factories were closed, and that's how the production were kind of stopped, and the demand was lesser and lesser, because the general population had lost money in the exchange, and the businessmen also lost their fortune over there. So that's why there was a fall in demand, there was fall in production, and the large scale uh, unemployment took place due to the lockouts of the factories and manufacturing units, and industrial enterprises were closed, and that led to great economic crisis and gave rise to the concept of mixed economy. And that this whole whatever happened was due to capitalist economy. Okay, capitalist economic idea through which the US was governed, through which because at that point of time the US was pure capitalism was practiced in USA. Okay, and no central authority was there. Central authority was there, or no central planning was there. Central planning, all the planning and economic decision were taken by the big business houses, big capitalists. That's why when the whole thing damaged, no one was there to take care. Everyone was thinking of themselves only. No one thought of general population, the big houses, big capitalists. They thought of saving their money. They never thought of the general population, the general people who were working for them, and they exploited to the highest level of exploitation, and that took place, and that's how the whole labor force, the whole market economy, the whole invisible hand concept was got a setback. And that's when the mixed economy concept was proposed by John Maynard Keynes, came in concept, and it started taking pace, and that's how it became favorite for many economies of the world. As a follower of Keynesian advices, many capitalist economies took initiative of government control over the economic activity. Now the government control started. Started the central planning. Okay, so the government started forming their own economic policies, right? Economic policies. That's how, and they thought that they will govern it according to the needs and wants of the general population. That's how the economies of the world thought that there should be some central authority to govern, to prevent their economies from getting a next major setback that had happened in 1929. Everyone was afraid, and then this mixed economy idea that came in the picture, and everyone was like very much satisfied with the idea that this will really make the whole world a better economic place, and a better economic environment will be created, and better economic equilibrium which will be achieved through these mixed economy. See, definition, as per definition, an economy where both the forces, state as well as private entities, decide and take active part in production, supply, and prices, and coexist at the same time in the market, is known as mixed economy. See, some features of mixed economy in the modern mixed economy. See, coexistence. First of all, coexistence. These are features. Coexistence of private as well as public sector units. Okay, public sector units. Okay, There would be an economic planning. Okay, next feature, there should be a idea of cooperatism. Cooperative society concept would be there. Okay, there should be idea of public and private partnership would be there. Okay, means the private sector and public sector, means government and private sector will co work. Okay, and ultimate motto would be to have a social welfare. Okay, welfare with economic development, means government will frame those economic policy which have social angle and social welfare thought would be there. Okay, and all the economic activities which are taking place should be for the general population rather than making more and much and one profit that which existed in the capitalistic economy. There should be a kind of social aspect in every economic activity that is taking place on the earth, and that's how the corporate social responsibility also came in existence. Corporate social responsibility, right? This is new concept. This is also concept of mixed economy. Okay, so there, if each and every private entity will have spend some money on social responsibilities and social that should have social angle. So lots of other ideas came in the concept, and uh, if we'll go with the detailed research, we don't have to do the research. So that's how the basic idea of the mixed economy is whatever I have mentioned over here. I hope that this session would be beneficial for you. And let's come to the next slide. See, role of state in the economy, right? So state as a regulator is what it will regulate all economic activity, whether it's whether private or public. Public means government. Okay, it will regulate everything. We have various regulating agency, RBI, economic regulatory bodies are there, RDA, SEBI, all those are the ultimate regulator is Government of India. Okay, as producer, supplier of private goods and services, government will also be the producer and supplier. It does not mean that a private type factory, see, a private factory who is producing sugar, does not mean that the government sugar mill will not produce it. They will also do it. Okay, so they are also producer and supplier, and they will coexist with the private players. That's what it wanted to say. As producer of public goods also. Public goods are what? That's cereals, grains, okay, petroleum products, which are used by the general population in day-to-day life. Okay, like day-to-day public good are those good which are consumed by the general public in the day-to-day life. Okay, so they are producing public goods. See, one thing I want to say, it will be clear with that example, that a private company or individual is also producing wheat. Okay, and selling it at say 20 rupee per kg. Okay, here government will also purchase wheat from this seller or any seller existing in the market, and will sell it at lesser prices through ration shops, right? So this becomes the public good. Okay, public good which is subsidized by the government and sold through ration shops, right? So all those, and kerosene, okay, kerosene and all those things which we get at the ration shop or fair price shop. Okay, so all those things are public goods which are produced by the government also as well, but mostly it is produced by the government companies or government authorities or government agencies. So role of a state in the economy, in the mixed economy, is what? They are also the producer, they are also the supplier, they are also at some point of time they are also seller in the way that they are selling it through the government owned ration shops. Okay, government governed regulated ration shops. Okay, so this was the whole concept of the mixed economy. Okay, in the next lecture we will have comparative study of capitalist, socialist and mixed economy. Stay connected. Till then, thank you very much.